Be real, Becky. Do you think they'll even remember that we were ever there?
You know, Taylor, maybe you should spend a little bit more time caring about other people and a lot less time at the pool table upstairs.
Come on, Beck. Don't you think they'd rather spend their time around folks their own age? Hey, Grandpa. What you up to?
Well, you know, just working around the church here. Like they say, the Lord's work is never done. I guess as long as I can still do something, I'll keep doing it. But you know, it's not nearly as strange to see me here on a Saturday morning as it is to see the two of you. What do you call it, your sleep-in day?
Yeah, I could go for some Z's right now.
Okay, so what's the story?
Well, Becky and I just got back from a missions trip to the old folks' home. I mean, no offense, Grandpa. It's not like you're old or anything. I mean...
What Taylor means, Grandpa Jenkins, is that we just got back from having a wonderful time of sharing at the retirement village.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Come on, Grandpa. These people weren't like you. Most of them were just sitting there in their wheelchairs, just kind of staring off into space. Where's the ministry in that? I bet half of them could even hear me. Seemed like a pretty good waste of a Saturday morning to me.
A waste?
Well, don't get me wrong, Grandpa. There's nothing wrong with being old.
Thanks.
You know what I mean, Grandpa. Your family. I mean, it's not like digging a bit of a hole here, aren't I?
More like a pit, and I'm about ready to push you in.
You know, Taylor, it never ceases to amaze me how much you and I are alike. It seems like we have to learn the same lessons at just about the same age.
What do you mean, Grandpa?
Well, like doing the Lord's work it's never a waste of time. Those old folks you sang to today, they saw and they heard and they understood a lot more than you realize. Well, you gave them something to think about, something to do. You probably made their day. You see, whether you're working in the food and clothing bank or setting up the sanctuary for Sunday morning or singing to old folks, it's all about service to God and His people.
See, I told you, Mr. Know-It-All. Service is what the church is all about, just like your grandpa said.
Now, hang on a minute there, Becky. Service is good, but it's not our whole walk with Jesus.
But you said...
I said service is important, but so is things like worship, and reading God's Word, and prayer, and just spending time with God. You see, if you do one without the other, your walk with Christ will never be complete. Look, do you two remember the story of Mary and Martha? You see, there's a time for service, like cooking for other people. But there's also a time for just sitting at the feet of Jesus and listening to Him and learning from Him. So you've got to do both. And you've got to keep them in balance if you want your Christian walk to be complete. I remember when I had to learn that lesson. It was during the Great Depression, and your grandmother Sarah and I were serving in a soup line. Well, it was, just downstairs.
Great. Here comes some more of them. Sarah, isn't enough that we feed these guys? Do we have to preach to them too? I mean, look, all they're here for is the food anyway. I've been thinking, how about we just skip this whole prayer service tonight and...
Wait, what are you saying? We've promised all these men that we'd be there tonight.
Come on. Is world gonna stop if we miss one measly prayer service? Look, we've done our part. Their bellies are full. There's this new ice cream joint that opened up right across the street from Lake Cliff Park. I was thinking we could go there instead tonight.
John William Jenkins, don't you care about these people? Look at them. These are the same men who lived in our neighborhood just a year ago. Men with families, men with needs.
Come on. We did our part. Their bellies are full. The rest is up to them.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. All right, fine. If you can't find it in your heart to care for these men, if all you want to do tonight is go have ice cream, then go ahead.
Sarah, come on. Don't get so agitated. All I'm trying to say is, I'm beginning to feel that it's a waste. I mean, let the government or someone else give them jobs and give them hope. Why do we have to do both?
Don't you think that God cares about both their stomachs and their souls? When these men are starved for food, it's right for us to feed them. But afterwards, we need to also be concerned about their salvation. Food is only temporary, but salvation is forever.
At the home of Mary and Martha, while Jesus was teaching, Mary sat at Jesus' feet and listened while Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. Martha came to Jesus and said, "Lord, tell her to come help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord replied, "you're worried and upset about many things. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her."